This is KGW News at noon.
And we start with breaking news at noon. A man accused of setting 6 fires early yesterday morning in North Portland is now in custody. Portland Fire and Rescue says that 36-year-old Jesse Small caused more than $140,000 in damage. One place hit was George's Corner Tavern at Interstate and Killingsworth. The owner says the fire damaged his shed, and now the back patio is unusable. Fire officials say that surveillance video led to an arrest. A gas station across from George's shared this video with us. It shows a person riding a bike, then stopping right in front of the shed outside the bar. You see the person there for a few moments, then right off. About 2 minutes later, flames show up on video. Also, a family in Cornelius is pleading for your help to find a man who's been missing almost 3 weeks. A Washington County search and rescue team is out today searching the Hess Creek area just south of Newburgh. They're looking for 76-year-old Ralph Brown, who disappeared on May 16th. The GPS on his phone put him in the Newburgh area. The sheriff's office shared these photos from the search today. Brown is the former mayor of Cornelius. He was a teacher and is heavily involved in the community. He does struggle with dementia and drove off in a state of confusion. Deputies are hoping someone has seen his 2014 blue Nissan Sentra with Oregon license plate 319 KQV.
Our big problem now is that a lot of people think that Ralph's been found. We have new flyers out that say still missing on them that we're going to try to refresh. We've had a lot of people, especially over the Memorial Day weekend, would either call or text or email me about flyers, and they went as far as rest stops and truck stops all the way 84 east and all the way I-5 south to the border.
Brown is about 5'10" with gray hair and blue eyes, and he's missing the tip of his right index finger. If you see him or his car, you're asked to call the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Governor Kate Brown and fire officials are meeting with the media today to discuss the upcoming wildfire season. Just 1 day ago, a wildfire burned along I-84 in the Dalles. The U.S. Forest Service says flames covered around 170 acres, and as of this morning, the fire was 70% contained. ODOT closed I-84 at one point because the smoke and flames were just too dangerous. The fire even got close to the Google data center, which is at the west end of the Dalles along the Columbia River. Some people had to evacuate, but those warnings have since been lifted.
I hope it's not a bad omen. We are starting a bit early, and as you guys probably know, this has been one of the driest April, May on record here in Oregon, Western Oregon, as well as Eastern Oregon. So that's not a good start to fire season. So hopefully it doesn't turn out like last year.
Fire crews believe this was human-caused, but they're not sure exactly how it started. And Rod, he is sure right. This dry spring not doing our wildfire season any favors.
It is interesting to note that, last fire season was pretty quiet until we had that Labor Day east wind event, which is very much like an east wind event that we typically wouldn't get until we were in the winter months, but we got it in September, and that produced what we remember as last year's horrific fire season. Very dry. We do have a weather watch, the lighter color on the map. This is from just outside the Hood River through the Dalles into Pendleton, up into the Columbia Basin, and extends southward into central Oregon. This is up today and tomorrow. Temperature still around 90 in this watch area. Winds are starting to pick up. Some areas will see some gusts to about 30, so that means any spark could quickly get out of control. More extreme fire danger just south of Burns, where you see that deep red color on the map. Here is the Oregon Veterans Home camera in the Dalles. This is looking back at Mount Hood to the west, of course, and no haze in the sky, just beautiful blue sky conditions. 85 degrees is the temperature. You folks will be up into the 90s, but remember a couple days ago you hit 103, so not as bad. Wind map, the Dalles have been seeing some gusts reporting up to about 25 or 28 miles per hour, not reporting gusty winds at this moment. Pendleton has a west gust to 21. Again, not extreme, but enough that it heightens fire danger, right? Here's the Wells Fargo view over downtown Portland. We're at 73, and we believe that we have broke the heat, if you will. We should be up to about 82 or so this afternoon, which will end what was was back-to-back days of hitting 90 or better. The weekend even looks cooler with a rain chance, and we'll talk about that forecast coming up.
Whew, a little relief. Thank you, Rod. A Clark County judge who made racist comments in a courtroom plans to retire. A hot mic picked up District Court Judge Darvin Zimmerman talking about Kevin Peterson Jr. back in March. Clark County deputy shot and killed Peterson when he took off during a drug sting with a gun. Among other things, Zimmerman referred to Peterson as dumb and the black guy they're trying to make an angel out of. He also suggested Peterson's dad woke up the day after his son's death with, quote, dollar signs in his eyes and George Floyd's attorneys. The judge has been on leave since saying that. Last Friday, Zimmerman informed the Clark County chair he's retiring. Thousands of Washington drivers with suspended licenses will soon be able to legally drive again. They lost their licenses after failing to pay traffic tickets, but a judge ruled that violates their rights. Ted Land tells us who'll benefit.
Well, my license has been suspended for the unpaid ticket way back in 2011.
Lacey Spicer of Marysville has been without a driver's license since she got a speeding ticket about a decade ago and never paid the fine.
I was in the hospital. I had emergency back surgery. Then my husband left me. Then I was on my own with a little kid, and I was healing from surgery. So there's just other things going on in my life. I completely forgot about it.
She's one of about 100,000 Washington drivers the ACLU estimates will soon get their licenses reinstated after a judge's order. The state suspended their licenses when drivers failed to pay fines for non-criminal traffic violations. But the judge ruled that's unconstitutional and deprives drivers of their right to due process.
Some of our clients have had no driver's license for 10 years, whereas if you get a DUI, you only lose your license for a year.
This case centers on a Washington law that requires automatic suspension of someone's license for failure to pay fines, appear at a hearing, or comply with the terms of a traffic ticket. The new moratorium on suspensions will last until at least 2023, when a new law goes into effect, which the ACLU says will still punish certain people who cannot pay their fines.
If you get a speeding ticket and you have the money to pay it, you get to keep driving. It's only the person who doesn't have the money to pay it, who's poor, who now loses their license.
The Department of Licensing wasn't able to confirm how many drivers this impacts, but it is working out the details of how it'll get those licenses back to drivers. It has until June 8th to do that. Well, the Timbers and the Thorns will have an almost full house at Providence Park later this month. The teams announced today that capacity is going up to 80% starting June 19th. The Timbers have a match against Sporting Kansas City that day. And then the next day, the Thorns have a home game. Proof of vaccination will be required for anyone 16 and older. You can show your vaccine card, a photocopy of it, or a picture of it on your phone. Masks will not be required. The Oregon Health Authority now has a plan for letting veterans and others who got their shots at the VA take part in that big COVID lottery. Oregon will simply allow those people to submit their names to the state. If one of them wins, they'll have to prove they were vaccinated. The exact mechanism for sending in the names isn't in place yet, but we will let you know whenever it is. This really does solve a big problem because roughly 44,000 Oregonians got their COVID shots through the VA, and the federal government will not share those names with the state. The drawing for the $1 million prize is coming up on June 28th. The deadline to get that, at least your first shot, is the day before that on the 27th. Washington health officials say they're on track to fully reopen on or before June 30th. It could happen even sooner than that if at least 70% of residents 16 and up get vaccinated. As of May 30th, a little less than 63% of Washingtonians have at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. Health leaders said the state is making amazing progress, but demand for the vaccine has dropped off.
We need more people, and there are more people who are not vaccinated in that 16 and older category to step forward and take the vaccine.
We are hopeful that we're going to be able to reach the 70% mark before June 30th, but it's going to take all of us to be able to do that. In the meantime, we want everybody to continue to respect the rules of the room that you're in, whether that's the establishment or the jurisdiction.
Reopening is set for June 30th, regardless of whether the state hits that goal. Here in Oregon, Governor Brown said restrictions will be lifted when 70% of residents 16 and up have at least one dose. Health officials believe the state will reach that goal by the end of June, but many counties lag way behind.